Good morning guys and welcome back to my channel. It is 7:30 in the morning and I'm leaving from this lovely hotel. Basanti is all tanked up and we are ready to go. So I again stopped at another petrol station and I got myself a full tank because I realized today I will be entering the borders of Rajasthan and then the fuel is going to get expensive again. Like there is a difference of 11 rupees per liter. So I thought why not. So today's journey is going to be about 250 kilometers, which should take me somewhere about 5 hours. So if we calculate, देखा जाए तो मैं बहुत धीरे जा रहा हूँ, but the route is telling me that it is going to take a bit of time. So probably I'm going to find some rushy cities on the way. The weather is a bit cold. Don't let the sun fool you. It may look like धूप तेज आ रही है, but the temperature is cold. I can feel it inside my riding jacket. My dashboard is showing me 24 degrees, but it definitely feels lower than that. Right now we are headed towards Palanpur, which is going to be our first en route destination, and I think you can already see the route is pretty nice. The roads are well maintained, and in place of divider there are trees and it's all green, which makes this ride even better. I must tell you this in advance, this highway is not a good one. I saw so many dead animals. If you remember in my Rajasthan tour, there were times when I was telling this on the way that somebody should do something about it, because not just animal lives are getting sacrificed but also the human lives, because accident happens both the ways. I've reached Palanpur. We are still in Gujarat right now, and I'm still hunting for a restaurant that could give me a really nice breakfast. And trust me on this, I'm not leaving Gujarat unless I've eaten fafda. Shops here are closed. It is 8:23. Oh, but Subway is open and Zudio is open. That's nice. But I'm still looking for I'm not looking for any kind of fancy restaurant. I just want a local stall. It's important, it has to be a stall, because they are the one who make and sell the most traditional food items. Basanti is actually kind of making some weird kind of sound when I was riding it on the highway. The sound that usually comes when lesser tire pressure. So I need to get the air pressure checked. He decided to tell me after completing all the cars, inflating the tires of the other cars, that they don't do motorcycle. Anyways, let's give this one a try. Maybe I could find some fafda here. No good luck. They have papdi but not fafda. One more try. You wouldn't believe, I at least tried 10 different shops and I couldn't find fafda anywhere, but they have the constant availability of papadi, and they insist on selling it. But I think I'm going to still stick to my plan. I'm going to find papda at some point. So though I'm having my breakfast right now, I have ordered my aloo paratha and a cup of tea, but I'm not giving up on papda yet till I reach the border of Rajasthan. I'm going to find it. Maybe I'll eat it later, but I'm going to find it. So this is how my breakfast looks today, and I think they have given me some chutney that I don't know. It looks like a ketchup, but it is not actually. It's a mango chutney. Nice. I had a pretty scrumptious breakfast. So from here, off I go. The route is getting more interesting as we are entering, or we are closing to the border of Rajasthan. I could see the mountains, and just look at the route, how they have managed to maintain it. I went to at least 17 to 18 dhabas to find फाफड़ा. अब मतलब लास्ट तक तो सिचुएशन ऐसी हो गई थी कि दे दो यार, बना के दे, कुछ तो कैसे भी करके दे दो यार. बट I ran completely out of luck. I did not find फाफड़ा. I did not get to try the local and वहीं का बना हुआ फाफड़ा. So I guess things don't always go the way you expect them to, and I have to move on now and give up on the fantasy of eating fafda. Maybe once I'll reach home, मैं पड़ोस के दुकान पे जाके खा लूँगा. He makes really good fafdas just to satisfy my what do we say, that strong urge of eating that. So I have no hopes now because I have already entered the border of Rajasthan. We always say leave something for the next time. So I'm leaving Fafda for the next time. I'm sure I'll be visiting Gujarat in future because I did not visit Mandvi till yet because I was running short on time and short on cash. I had a pretty limited budget. So yeah, maybe next time when I will visit, I will ensure that I eat fafda throughout the way. So the scenery has started to change for good as well. I love mountains. I have deep love for them. I really can't believe that my trip to Gujarat is about to get over. So many good memories, so many good new things that I have learned and visited and seen when I was traveling. It took me around 8 days to complete entire Gujarat. The purpose was to explore as much as possible, and I believe I succeeded in that. I remember when I started my journey, I was willing to stop at there is a state, one second, Bhavnagar, from where I wanted to start my journey, but I pushed myself a little. Of course, I had to skip certain destinations like Surat, Daman and Rajkot. These three were the important places where I wanted to go. You can say I had limited time and money. If I wanted to explore that area, then I needed more time and money, of course, but I was running short. And the best part is I came back with lovely memories, experience, and of course all that would not be possible if I did not have Basanti. She has proven to be a lovely, a very strong partner. Each time I tried to explore certain place, I had certain kind of restrictions, but then Basanti was able to do it quite well. Restrictions like covering a specific amount of distance in one day, and I was able to do that quickly because Basanti is very powerful. She has 40 horsepower under this hood. So yeah, I'm getting a little emotional about it, but I'll rather say when I started my journey and when I reached Ahmedabad, I was struggling like anything because I couldn't find the room. It was so rushy, बहुत भीड़ थी वहाँ पे. So I had to take the room outside the city, and sadly I could not explore it. So I decided that I'll move ahead and explore different areas, and I have no issues there. Then I reached Mahua, and I had another amazing experience because there some children, they guided me that I have to take certain direction, but I thought they are telling to take certain road, and then the road directly opened up at the beach. And it was my first time when I rode Basanti on the pure sand, the sand of beach. And then I realized that Basanti is pretty much capable. I'm able to do a lot with Basanti. Then when I progressed, when I went at that place, I found a very helpful police person, which initially I thought is a kind of person who tends to, you know, pretend to be police, but they are actually not. And turned out that man was a really nice man. He arranged free food for me. Of course I donated a small amount of money for that trust, and this created a very nice image of Gujaratis in my head, that they are helpful. And when I progressed, I went to another city, Diu. Amazing experience I had there. At Diu, I stayed there for two nights. So when on the day when I reached there, I went to visit two places, and they were superb. One of the place was the fort itself, and the second place was its famous, I think, Khukri. Uska naam Khukri tha, ship ka, which was named after another ship that had drowned because of one of the Pakistani submarines. And then I was able to understand that how treacherous the memories are. I loved every single moment there. I had never seen a ship from the inside, like a military ship, a navy ship, and that was the first ever ship of a kind that I saw. So then I moved on, and then on the second day of second day at Diu, I visited, like I took the circuit of entire island. Since Diu is not in Gujarat, it's an island that is connected with Gujarat, and it's a new union territory. So the rules and laws are a bit different there. And there I explored beaches. I even tried pomfret fish, which I wanted to try. I wanted to try. I had it in Chennai, but it was really, really expensive. I think long ago I had it, and it was 750, I think, 650 or 750 per fish. But here it was only 160, and I did not want to lose the lose this chance. So I had a lovely meal that time, and then exploring different kinds of beaches was a tremendous, amazing experience. I visited beaches that did not have sand but rather rocks, and they were really nice. And then the next day when I went to Porbandar, it was hell another experience in a good way. I expected Porbandar to be a lot more crowded than usual. Well, crowded it was, but not as much as I expected it to be. There I got to see our Gandhiji's birthplace, and then from there I went to the beach because I wanted to see the sunset, which I did not see one day prior. So yeah, it was a really nice sunset I got to see, and I got to meet new people there. One small baby wanted to try my motorcycle, and I was completely okay with it. So giving others some memory which they can treasure as well is something I'd like to do. And of course I made some friends on the way. We have exchanged the contacts to stay in touch. Maybe in future, if I'll ever revisit Gujarat, I might give them a call. This will give me a very good idea of what the price is and what kind of weather is there, because they can tell it better. Then from there I went to Dwarka, and Dwarka gave me a whole new set of experience. Prices were hiked there like anything, so I had to search a lot. There was even a fixer who caught me off guard, and he tried to take me to another hotel, but the place he took me to was charging way high, so I had to deny, and then began my solo search. And then I found a guest house that was giving the room in just 1,000 rupees, while others were giving at like minimum 2,000, and normally were 2,500 rupee per night they were charging. So there I made some good friends. We had a nice chat for hours. We talked. It was pretty nice experience. Then at Dwarka, from Dwarka I went to Okha Port, and there I had a very nice dip in the Arabian Sea. Of course I was very careful because after that there is no land, so I did not go into the deep waters, but I was more towards the shallow side. Then from there I went to Bet Dwarka, but I was struggling to find the parking place, and so I could not visit the temple there. But I was able to experience the new bridge that I had never, like when I came here long back, the bridge was under construction, but this time I was able to ride on that bridge, and it was pretty amazing. I made a separate blog on that, you can watch it. Then from there I thought I could get a ferry from Dwarka or Ukha to Mandvi, but then the ferry was closed due to the bad weather conditions, and it only runs in between January and May. Rest of the time it is closed. It's the governmental orders and you cannot do anything about it. So I decided to take the long route, and that route that was a complete long circuit that I took. It took me almost whole day to ride till there. So I did not go to Mandvi. I went to Bhuj. There I went super fast because I wanted to prepare Basanti for the next ride. That next ride was of Run of Kutch. I cannot get much help there if I ever need it. And what a luck I had that when I was preparing the motorcycle, I realized that the motorcycle has a long nail in my back tire. So I took it out and I immediately went to the store that fixes the puncture. Luckily there was no puncture that time, and I got both the tires checked. And then the next day when I began my journey, I was completely into exploring mode, and I only expected one stretch that I will cover of the Salt Lake. But when I crossed it, I realized that there are 2 more sections, which was surprising for me. The route that I took was honestly filled with surprises for me. And then after crossing that stretch, it became a little boring, I remember, because I was ranting like anything. I did not like that route. There was nothing changing and I was feeling bored there. So then from there I was trying to reach Palanpur, but because of the weather change, like throughout the time I was feeling that the weather was hot and humid, थोड़ी नमी थी. But then as I crossed Kutch, it became hot and dry, which was a bit uncomfortable for me, so I decided to stay put. So on and all, it was a crazy experience. I explored a lot. I loved every single day. Of course, all the journey comes with its own ups and downs. In this journey, mostly I've seen ups. In my Rajasthan exploring, I was trying to learn how to use Insta360, and after when I learned it, I dropped it somewhere and I felt horrible about it. To make this journey happen, I had to sell my iPhone 14 Plus because I ran out of money. I had to buy another camera, and then I had to sell my iWatch as well. Then the money that I saved for this trip, I used that money to buy another camera, and then whatever amount I got from my iPhone and my watch, I used that amount to buy another cheaper version of the I got another Android phone, much affordable version, and a basic wristwatch. So I will always I like digital watches, so I decided to buy one. So right now I have the Nothing phone and I have the Redmi watch, which by the way is working quite well. I will still be editing on my iPad. Of course, I sacrificed my my beloved phone to be able to take this journey, and I have no, how to put it, I do not have any guilt there, because traveling is something I love to do, and I'm willing to sacrifice even more if I have to travel. Traveling I cannot stop. It's not a part of my life, it's a way of my life. That's how I live my life. I travel. मुझे घूमना पसंद है, तो मैं रिकॉर्ड भी कर लेता हूँ, बट मैं उल्टा नहीं करता हूँ कि मतलब रिकॉर्डिंग के लिए घूमना है, मैं ऐसा नहीं करता हूँ. I cannot change that part of me. That's the core of me. Luckily I had some help and support in this journey. Of course my mom helped me a lot, but I also have one more person who helped me on during this journey. It's Lakshit Soni. By the time I'm completing this journey, he's actually taking good care of my rabbits, and I'm not sure if I will be able to take care of them in the future, because it becomes troublesome for all the people to get the food for my pets. So soon I'll be searching for somebody who knows how to take well care of the rabbits. They are my beloved pet. I want those two rabbits to go to some new owner who knows how to take care of them, well care of them. They have been a big part of my life. They have kept me calm and composed. So this pretty much concludes everything. I think my helmet is getting wet on the inside. I started crying. So well, moments like these, what to do. So so soon I will be continuing my journey, and I will be taking on the new destinations and covering new places. I've already planned for season 4. and I have been thinking about this next destination, next state a lot, and I have found one and I'll be traveling there. So yeah, in the coming time you will see me traveling again. So I'm going to end this video here, and if you like this video, give me a big thumbs up and subscribe down below, and then I will see you in the next season. Till then, bye bye.